Yo, what is going on YouTube? My name is Hector. Welcome to my channel. And if you're watching this video, you're probably finding me through one of my other videos, or I maybe made it to the algorithm. So in today's video, I kind of wanted to talk about staying consistent and not giving up. I've tried this whole sticker thing once and I failed at it. The reason why I failed at it is because I didn't see money right away. I wanted to see money instantly. And like with anything in life, you need to build your way up. You're not just, nothing's gonna fall in your lap. Sales aren't just gonna happen. You can't just go out and buy the best of the equipment and expect to do well. That's why I would not recommend anyone to jump straight into an expensive vinyl cutter or printer. I started with the Walmart Cricut cutter and I've slowly scaled my way up to where I am today. If you're selling on a marketplace like Etsy and you're not seeing any sales, chances are you're not trying hard enough. I know that sounds cliche to say, but you can't just list 5 items and those 5 items not do well and then, call quits, because that's just not how it works. I started an Etsy shop and I had that same mentality. I uploaded maybe 5-10 items and none of them did any sales at all. And I just kind of figured maybe it's not for me. But if you sit there and think about it, is it really for anyone? Like, everyone has the same odds. Everyone has the same opportunity. And like, you could have that mentality and say, oh, they're doing well because they have all these sales. Well, at one point they are where you are now. So you have to keep that into consideration. No market is too oversaturated. There's always bread for everyone to eat. Like, you have to keep that mindset. If you have that mindset where they're already doing it, I can't grow in this industry, well then you're not gonna really grow in any type of industry, whether it be stickers, whether it be barbering, whether it be anything that offers a service. You're always gonna have that mentality, and that's the mentality you have to get out of, because you're never gonna grow life as an individual if you live by that mindset. It might take 5, 10, 20, maybe even 100 listings. In order for a product to do really well, you have to do product research. You can't just throw darts at the wall and see what sticks, because in reality, that's just wasting your time. So what I mean about product research, I mean using an app like Everbee. What Everbee does is it gives you information, it gives you statistics, it gives you all the information you need so that you know what's selling well and what isn't selling well. What you might think is a really good item might not be a good item for others. So you're sitting there and gathering statistics and analyzing why a shop is doing well or why a specific item is doing well. There's a reason to everything, whether it be the product images, whether it be the title, whether it be how easy it is to order something. These things will play a huge role on if your listing gets that first sale and if your listing has the potential to blow up one day. Nothing will happen overnight. You might go a year without any sales. You might go months without any sales. I went a whole year without any sales because I became idle. I had the mentality that if I uploaded something, it'll eventually do well, but that time never came. And I didn't try hard enough, which is something I regret today. My shop is about to hit 14,000 overall sales. And that's the biggest piece of advice I can give you is post. Just like with YouTube, just like with anything. Just like with Instagram, if you want to grow on Instagram, they say post every day or whatever you have to do. A lot of us like to use time as an excuse that we don't have time, but it's because we're not seeing the results we want. So just have that mentality. Even if that means you're working for free right now, don't worry about the money. The money will come later on. And once you find that one item, please do not get too comfortable. I've even had that one sticker make me $10,000 to $15,000 in sales, right? But just remember, don't rely on that one design, because one day that design will fall off. And I can speak from experience. I've had stickers do really well and then boom, they fall off. I don't know what happens. I don't know if I get washed out of the rankings or I don't know what, but don't rely on one listing. If that one listing is doing really well, what I recommend is to make variants of that same listing, because right now that it's hot, maybe offer the same thing in a different color. Maybe just diversify that listing as much as possible, because like I said, it might be hot now, next month it might not be the same. Just remember that if you're selling on a platform like Etsy, try to stay away from the $2, $3 stickers. I know it might be one of those things where like it might sound like a great idea, but after shipping and fees and ads, you're most likely not gonna make very much, to be honest with you guys. It's not very profitable if you're almost giving your stickers out for free. And you'll find out the hard way. I used to have that mentality. It shouldn't be your main product because you're not gonna be very profitable as a business. I'm pretty content on where I'm at. Aside from shipping issues, if you use Etsy free shipping as an option, you'll know where I'm coming from, that it's a huge headache having to deal with lost orders. It's one of those things where if it's lost, the customer's mad at you, or if it gets marked delivered and there's nothing at their doorstep, you're gonna get a bunch of like, oh, what's going on here? My package isn't here. And for some reason, people assume that you know where the post office placed an order, like if you're the one that hand delivered it. It's a whole different ball game that I'll talk about shipping in another video. But anywho, enough of my little rant. This is my short little trip to the post office. As you can see, I'm finished packing these orders. I think we have about, I want to say 40 orders from yesterday, and I think we have 40 orders sitting in our current queue. And all I can say is I'm very blessed to be where I'm at today. I'm doing this full time. I'm able to be home all day with my family. My daughter loves that I'm home all day. And I just get to have that freedom that I couldn't have when I was working at a warehouse. And I highly encourage everyone to just want more for themselves and just think about the future. This is like a little tiny seed that you plant. You just plant that seed and over time it'll grow into a tree. What kind of tree? Who knows? It could be a tiny tree. It could be a huge tree. But it's one of those things where you don't know until you just... It's one of those things that you just never know where it'll take you. And just remember that the same God that gave you that business idea is the same God that will bring you those customers. And even when you see nothing happening, there's something happening in the background. And just remember that Jesus loves you. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.